And you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hi, everyone. Super Bowl champ Vernon Davis here from Legal Health Center. If you've been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, listen up, because we have legal professionals standing by right now to answer your questions for free. You can find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, Vernon. You heard it, folks. If you've been injured, call and find out how much you qualify for. Call 800-541-5100. Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states.
Where do you stand in the pro-life community? If you're passionate about protecting the sanctity of life from fertilization to natural death, please join us at Pro-Life Mississippi as we make a difference and save lives right here in our own state. Pro-Life Mississippi is a community of individuals dedicated to equipping others to value all human life, including the preborn, those with disabilities, and the elderly. Our mission is simple: to provide unwavering support, education, and advocacy for the preborn, their families, and other vulnerable children and adults. If you're just starting your pro-life journey or you have been an advocate of life for many years, Pro-Life Mississippi needs your voice and talents to save lives in Mississippi. Together, we can make a difference in building a stronger pro-life Mississippi. Learn more about us at prolifems.org. That's prolifems.org. Be part of the community that celebrates each and every human life.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
1039 WYAB, Pocahontas, Jackson.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin in Arizona, where the search for Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's 84-year-old mother is entering its fourth day. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos.
We do believe that Nancy was taken from her home against her will.
The investigation is now zeroing in on a ransom note. CBS's Andres Gutierrez has more from Tucson.
Authorities say they're taking every tip seriously, with assistance from the FBI as they pore over DNA results, surveillance images, and other evidence gathered from the house. Police are also stressing Guthrie's critical need for daily medication and continuing their appeal for help from the public.
President Trump has signed a funding bill that ends the partial government shutdown, but it only keeps the Department of Homeland Security running for 9 more days. Democrats, like California's Pete Aguilar, are still pushing for more restrictions on immigration enforcement.
The American people are fed up of this. They are fed up of lawless ICE. They are fed up of runaway budgets with no accountability.
Democrats calling for mandatory body cameras for federal agents, judicial warrants, and a ban on face masks. Bill Gates is speaking out after his name was mentioned in the newly released Jeffrey Epstein files.
The focus was always he knew a lot of very rich people, and he was saying he could get them to give money to global health. You know, in retrospect, that was a dead end, and I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of many people who regret ever knowing him.
His ex-wife, Melinda Gates, says the document released dredges up painful memories. Bill and Hillary Clinton have now agreed to testify in the House Oversight Committee's Epstein investigation. President Trump is planning another addition to the White House grounds.
The president wants to install a statue of Christopher Columbus. Sources tell the Washington Post it would be erected on the south side of the White House grounds. It was built using pieces of the Columbus statue protesters dumped into Baltimore's Inner Harbor in 2020. Last October, Trump signed a proclamation recognizing Columbus as the original American hero and marking the annual holiday.
Columbus said, "We're back, Italians." We love the Italians.
Some states now recognize Indigenous Peoples Day instead. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Meet Penny, the dog who's sitting pretty in New York City.
For Best in Show at the 150th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is the Doberman Pinscher.
The 4-year-old on Fox took home the top prize at the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show at Madison Square Garden. It's the first time a Doberman's come in first since 1989. A Chesapeake Bay Retriever named Kota was runner-up. NASDAQ futures up 18. This is CBS News.
Real crimes, real justice. Follow and listen to 48 Hours on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-518-3899. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-518-3899. That's 800-518-3899. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real.
Local news is brought to you by Fusion Coffee House in the Township in Ridgeland, reminding you to attend the free Township Jazz Festival on Saturday, April 11th.
What a piece of paper signed by the governor may mean. Mostly cloudy through the day with a high at 47. Tonight, well below freezing with a low at 26. Thursday, the high warms back up to 48, and it's 65 and sunny by Friday. With news on 103.9 WYAB, I'm Chris Davis. A request for a major disaster declaration was put in by Governor Reeves Tuesday, he says, and that's for the counties that were hit hard by the winter storm. It's not a guarantee that gets granted, but Reeves says he and MEMA and others looked into it to make sure that Mississippi meets all the criteria. If it is granted, that could mean individual assistance for people affected, unemployment money for people who couldn't work, and money to help local governments with all the cleanup. He tried once to burn the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Wiggins down, and when that fire went out before the job was done, Stephen Day Rowald returned 2 weeks later and set another fire inside, and for that, he will spend 30 years in federal prison. Rowald was found guilty of those 2024 fires last year and was sentenced this week. She'll have to be resentenced likely, but most of Beth Ann White's convictions in relation to the 2021 DUI wreck that killed Allison Conaway of Clinton and her son and permanently hurt other family members were upheld by the Court of Appeals. But one conviction for fourth offense DUI was overturned because the court ruled that the statute of limitations had run out on that one. The message from the state fire marshal is have a working smoke alarm. He says in 14 of the 19 fire deaths so far this year in Mississippi, there was not a working smoke alarm. Cheney says the 19 deaths is 7 more than the same period last year. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WYAB. I'm Chris Davis.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are the individual views and opinions of the people expressing them and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
Welcome to the Chip Matthews Show, where politics meets the South. So grab your sweet tea, find a comfortable spot to sit back, and let's embark on this journey together. Chip away.
And good Wednesday morning. It is the Chip Matthews Show. I don't like to hear the hump day thing.
Why not?
Because it's just,
you're boring.
It's stupid.
You're boring.
It's stupid.
You are so boring.
There's nothing hump day about.
If it was your idea, it would be the greatest thing that ever came across the airwaves.
The week never ends.
I know.
How is there ever a hump day?
Because Monday, Tuesday,
how are we halfway
Thursday,
through?
Friday?
I'm not halfway through anything.
Because you work
It's
7
just-
days a week and you enjoy working 7 days a week.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We could get that camel commercial going.
About Cindy Finch. I wonder what that is. But anyway, I don't know what that means. Anyway, it is the Chip Matthews Show. I, of course, am Chip Matthews. She, of course, is the ex-stepmother-in-law, Dawn McKenzie.
Good morning.
Yes, which we, you got to think about it this way. If you're going to have somebody complain and argue and tell you that you're worthless and you're a horrible son-in-law, Dawn's the person for you.
She might as well be your business partner, huh?
Yeah. Might as well.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I keep your life's
good morning, Helen.
lively
The ex-step grandmother-in-law. There you go. But anyway, it is an interesting morning. It is a great day. It is Grip and Grin Wednesday.
Yes.
So remember, Grip and Grin is at Mama Hamill's today. At noon, our speaker today is the one, the only, the Shad White. He's also the leading money leader in the governor's race on getting money given to his campaign. And his money is coming from Mississippians.
That's correct.
Good morning, Jolynn, Michael. And I need to call you back. You called me 1,000 times yesterday, and I forgot to call back. And then also, you got, I sit there and I was thinking about this morning. So you saw where the education bill wasn't even considered pretty much by the Senate. It showed up. It isn't about. I guess they've been listening to us because it's a bill that was trying to go through that didn't have anything to do with what it was about.
Yeah, it wasn't going to make anything any better.
It wasn't going to, but the reality is this. And I'm going to tell you this. This is the Republican Democratic angle on that. Was it a 3D? Is this some 3D mind game that Delbert's using he played the House to where they would all get behind this, and then he looks like, well, our Senate committee knows that this wasn't school choice. This wasn't what it was. So he made sure that his committee got it. They didn't even debate it. They just no. Okay.
Yeah.
Did he set them up for the future?
Yeah.
And then I got another thing here. Did the governor get on board with it right now to push to have it? He wanted school choice. Did he get on board for all of this? Is for when he leaves office, what he will be lobbying for in the future. I mean, do we have a 3D mind game? Because if you think about it, let's see, there's a lot of money in the schools. There's going to be a lot more money due to the formula we use in each county for the schools. There's going to be more money coming in because of the AIs, the data centers, right?
Correct.
Okay, they're talking about Canton's going to double the amount of money they get per student, and they're already 20
salivating at the mouth, trying to figure out how they're going to keep it.
Everybody's working, and I'm saying right now, there's 3D chess going on among all the politicians that understand where the money's going.
Absolutely.
To get the money in the future, you got to remember Tate, unless he's going to become a state senator or be in the House and Congress, he's through after this politically. He's not going to run for something lower than governor. And I don't think he's going to be running for vice president or president of the country. He might. He might be lining.
Why can't he just go home and call his years good?
Well, I mean, he's young. Yeah, you don't just put the money in the bank, do you? Good morning, John Madden. Hadn't heard from you. You've been hiding. Yeah. But anyway, you sit there and you look at this and you just go, what is going on here? Because it's all a money game. Politics is a money game. And that's all it is. And then, for instance, let's bring up something here. You got a lot of people talking about the ballot initiative. You've got that's up. But then some people are talking for closed precincts. Where closed party precincts for voting. That means Republicans would vote as Republicans, as registered Republicans. Democrats would register as Democrats, and you couldn't cross party lines. Well, that to me is a problem because you can't get it to pass because the people elected would never go for that because that would change their dynamic if a conservative could actually win, So if you look at it like that in this 3D chess game, that's why they're not going to give us the ballot initiative back because that's something that the people could decide.
That's right.
It doesn't have anything to do with anything else. It doesn't have anything to do with money. doesn't have anything. Well, it does to their pockets, but I mean, doesn't have anything. It's just something to where if the people wanted to have closed primaries, then the people should vote to have closed primaries. We don't need a bunch of Republicans and Democrats, especially rhinos and Democrats, deciding whether or not we need closed primaries, because the rhinos know that they don't need closed primaries, because then Delbert can't get the crossover.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
So that is the question. I mean, and it won't be brought up this year, because if you could close the primaries prior to the governor's race next year,
Yeah.
then you're going to affect what Republican is in charge. It changes the whole dynamic in the Republican Party of who would be on the ballot. A conservative could get a shot at being on the ballot. Now, many people go, well, Chip, Republicans are conservative. That's what they tell you, but that's not true. That's not true. And, voter integrity is everything. And, I see where election integrity groups are popping up everywhere. We have an event coming up at Beethoven's Boardwalk where we're going to talk about election integrity. What, David Powers is coming in?
That's correct.
Correct.
February the 19th.
February 19th.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
In the morning?
In the morning.
Jeez.
I know it. And then you and I traveled to Oxford for the same
event the next day in
event
Oxford.
The next day. Yeah.
Yeah, because, we're all about some fairness when it comes to election.
What is this deal that Trump's wanting to do to federalize?
What he wants to do is
election?
federalize the concept, I guess, nationalize the elections so that you have one set of rules and they go by one. I mean, every election commission in every county, state, hamlet.
And he's doing that to cut down on fraud, because he was a victim of so much fraud.
And I was a
And
victim.
you've been a victim of fraud right here in Madison County, Mississippi.
But that's because the system is flawed. And I mean, even in and you got to understand that a nationalized election is technically illegal because the people cannot speak.
Right.
Because the people have to decide if you want a national election. And there is no way for each state to vote on it.
You know what? This country is 250 years old this year. And a lot of our laws and bylaws and stuff are just that old. I think it's time that we knock it all down and rebuild it. Change it.
That's insanity there.
But some things do need to be redone.
What it is? No, it needs to be redone. But
our school system needs to be brought down and built back up.
But see, that's where you have to go back to the beginning.
250 years ago?
Yeah, we probably did it right. We did a lot of things right, y'all. We got this far.
So it's all the stuff in the middle that's messed up.
It's all these bureaucrats and the money in the middle that has destroyed this country.
I know. It needs to come back around and get good.
It's real simple. It's like, for instance, it's like when people talk about civil rights, okay? Civil rights, according to the Black community, only apply to them. And technically, when the law was created, that is what it was created for. To put everybody on an equal ballot. They didn't call them equal laws. They called them civil rights.
Right.
But really, that civil rights are illegal because the whole system should be equal. Everybody should be on the same footing. That is what the Supreme Court just recently ruled. So what you have to do is you have to fix everything to where everything is equal.
Yeah, but I don't think that'll ever happen.
They go, well, Chip, well, I mean, you look at stats, okay, 17% of the country is Black, right? They commit 50% of the murders. Okay, of the United States. Now, if that is the case, then they need to fix themselves to where they're killing less people in the Black community, to where they're down to their 17%. That's where some of this change has to happen. The people have to take control. So that means the Black people have to start killing less people.
Well, I have heard that the crime rate's going down in Jackson.
Well, it's according to who's doing the counting.
Yeah.
I mean, I see record shops getting broken into. You never hear that women get raped in Jackson. You never hear it. It should be in the news, right? I would think that it happens on a regular basis.
Right. Yeah.
And you don't hear other violent crimes in Jackson. You hear about a car stolen, somebody speeding, somebody wrecking, somebody getting chased.
Yeah. They like them chases.
They're just, but I mean, and if everybody that has the and then the murders we hear about. What about and you hear about a few people that got shot, but there's more people getting shot than what we're hearing about.
That's probably true.
And stabbed. We ain't got that used to be the big thing, stabbings.
They graduated to guns.
They say, I'll cut you. Well, no, they don't report the stabbings. And they don't report what needs to happen. I mean, you watch that chat thing that I have, the app we put on our phones. All that, it's all there.
Yeah,
when they when you put it on, it's there, but it doesn't make it to the news. And I don't understand why you can't get a real police report of what actually occurs. And then I hear even Clay getting on there. John Horn is doing such a great job. Doing nothing makes him look like he's doing more.
He did get the bridge painted across to 55.
He got a bridge painted.
And I wonder how much money was wasted on the painting of that bridge.
I don't know. It's insane. It's insane what we call progress is painting a bridge.
It's beautiful aqua green.
Aqua green. And, that's what happens. We'll be back with more on the Chip Matthews Show with Don McKenzie on WYAB. And, that's what happens. We'll be back with more on the Chip Matthews Show.
1039 WYAB.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Serpent Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
The Township Jazz Festival is on again this year, so make your plans for Saturday, April 11th to bring the family and make a day of it. This year, as always, they're keeping it free. 8 hours of phenomenal jazz talent at the Township on Highland Colony Parkway near Fusion Coffee House. Covered seating is provided, but lawn chairs and blankets are welcome. No tents, please. You can look for the info at townshipjazzfestival.com.
Attention homeowners and business owners. Complete Exteriors is now Elite Roofing and Gutters. Are your roof and gutters storm ready? The folks at Elite are your local experts in storm protection. Now is the time for an inspection and for proactive solutions that ensure your roof and gutters can withstand any storm. Get up to a possible $250 rebate on a new roofing system for all active military, veterans, and retirees. Online at eliteroofer.com. I'm speaking with Lee Bounds of Rapid Rate Mortgage. How does real estate agent Rita Jensen succeed when time is of the essence?
In today's market, it is so important to communicate and close on time. Typically have 30 days to close, get a home inspection, appraisal, title work, that kind of thing is a mortgage process. And a realtor relationship is so important. With a realtor like Rita Jensen with Remax Connection, she helps us to close on time.
RitaJensen.net.
At Flora Animal Hospital, our team doesn't just take care of your pet's needs. We feel like it starts with the pet parents. If the pet parent is informed thoroughly and understands the situation with the animal and why certain things need to be done or certain medications need to be given, it's easier to get that done. Our website is floraanimalhospital.com. It'll take you straight to the online store where your medicine can be purchased, food can be purchased, prescription or non-prescription, and they will be shipped straight to your front door. floraanimalhospital.com.
Get ready, Jackson. On Friday, February 6th, Martin's Restaurant downtown cranks it up with Pretty Tied Up, the ultimate Guns N' Roses tribute band. Hear all the classics like Welcome to the Jungle, Sweet Child of Mine, Paradise City, and more. Played loud with full 80s rock swagger. Don't miss a night of pure Guns N' Roses energy live at Martin's Restaurant downtown in Jackson. Visit the Martin's Downtown Facebook page for ticket information.
Hi, folks. Kim Wade here. Mississippi Energy Services provides generators. That's right. You may not need it now, but when you need backup power, you need a backup power generator from Mississippi Energy Services. Never again have to worry about being without heat, air conditioning, or all your frozen items spoiling because your energy was lost. You got backup power now, and it's so reliable. You'll be pleased with Mississippi Energy Services. Online at msenergy.us.
Looking to elevate your ride? Weston Automotive and Rick's Pro Truck have you covered. From rugged bumpers to sleek step bars, Weston's top-notch accessories will transform your truck into a head-turner. And at Rick's Pro Truck, we specialize in custom installations that bring your vision to life. Visit us today for expert advice and unbeatable deals. Weston Automotive and Rick's Pro Truck, where your truck's potential comes alive. Weston and RPT. Trucks live here.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here's your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the Chip Matthews Show, heard round the world and brought to you by
Pierce Professional Agency, where he can help you with your long-term health care needs.
Yes.
You can find him at madisonplans.com.
And I hear he gets a tremendous response, and y'all need to check in with him.
He does. He's extremely knowledgeable of that field.
Okay, so House Speaker Jason White's signature school choice package was killed in a unanimous vote by the Senate Education. And I saw where host of other radio shows and this, that, and the other, and maybe even one that occurs here, I'm not sure, have said that, it's a crying shame that they did not, that they were not going to pass, the Senate didn't take up the school choice bill. And I said, one more time, do y'all see anything in there that has anything to do that's going to help every child in the state go to a better school? They said, it doesn't work. And they said, you're just hurting the kids and the education freedom.
The problems just go from the one place to the other.
Yeah. And I mean, this is all about, and I mean, the lobbyists to put money into the House. I mean, I can't wait to find out how much money was put into sports betting. I mean, because right now with that not passing and being so close, what will happen now is they'll start, if they don't, I don't know if you do a thing to reconsider or what, but we'll find out what that all is about. But allegedly that bill's dead for now. But we've learned that dead it's like Lazarus. It'll come back. So we got to wait and see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then you got all the politicians that were in the House who voted for it. Even though, like in even Jason White's case, where his constituent said, hey, no, we don't want that. And you voted anyway.
Yep.
So where does that put you in the future?
That's right.
And if you got closed primaries, I know where it puts you. It puts you out. But you got people around, and I just wonder how they're going to face the music on that, and in the long run, and if will people? I mean, when you run as a conservative against one of these people, would that open the door for you to get by? But when you say he voted for this or she voted for this, that'll be an interesting day at Grip and Grin today too.
Yes.
Because there will be people that voted for it
and
people that voted against it there. They should let them talk. I mean, I know we're there to hear Shad speak, but Shad gonna tune them up.
Yeah.
And then he's got the situation with Lynn Fitch where, Lynn's like, I'm in charge of who we gonna carry to court. I'm the top attorney general. I'm the top lawyer in the state. We're not going to do these things you want to do that would actually mean something to the people. Everybody that stole money and should be on trial already. It's sort of like those two boys in Jackson. They were held in jail for a year for murder at the St. Patty's Day parade. It's all on camera. They're saying they're shooting back in self-defense. One, it's illegal to
discharge a
firearm in Jackson.
Mhm.
Number two, were their guns legal? Did they own their guns? I mean, there's all of these other questions that needed to be answered that are not answered. It's just like, they got off.
Yep. So be it.
That's that.
Mhm.
We're all
Move
safe
on.
now. Those two gunmen are back on the streets in Jackson, and I guess you can call them gunmen because they were shooting a gun.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, what happened to in the accomplices in the act? You were there.
Yeah. So, I mean, if they fired back, I guess they knew that they were being fired at, that they were the targets, I guess.
Why did they need to bring a gun
Yeah.
to a parade anyway? And then they got the new law this year where guns are not allowed at the parade, y'all.
Okay.
Okay. Can somebody explain that to me? Y'all, in 2 years, we've had people getting shot at the parade. So we're going to say no more guns.
Yeah. Like that's really going to work.
I'm just trying to figure out how that works.
Yeah.
How does that work? One, I mean, I could see them enforce the law that says you can't put grills everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because there are people that make lots of money on St. Patty's Day in Jackson. And those parties, I'll tell you, as being one of those people that made money, I used to be very upset when people set up grills and makeshift bars up and down the street. And you're looking at them going, you can't do that. Yeah, we can. No, you can't. Then they would do it on city property that the city gave them the license to be there on the property, but they didn't give them a license to run a business.
Yeah.
And then there's also you rent somebody a parking lot and the laws are you got to be so far from a church, you got to be so far from a school, you got to be so far from this. That was out the window.
Yep. It's the Wild Wild West.
I don't understand anything. I don't understand. And then now we're all talking about wanting to put a radar in the hands of the sheriff department, which technically, and that somebody said, Chip, why are you against it? I said, I'm not really against putting the radar in the sheriff department's hand.
Yeah.
I'm against making more laws until we can get the laws we have enforced. So if you're riding around with no tag on your vehicle, which yesterday I was with you, and we followed people all over town that had no tag.
No tag.
And the cars seemed to be a little bit older, so they should have had a tag.
Mm-hmm.
So
they weren't brand spanking new.
Now the law where they want to say you got to have a tag, and to get a new tag you got to have insurance. That's just going to lead to more non-tags on cars.
Yeah. And
then you had the issue that a lot of people have not realized. It hadn't been widely reported, but I talked to the what do they call it? Who's the guy that runs the tag office? I know who he is.
The
tax collector. Yeah. I talked to him, and there was a scam going on in Mississippi in about 7 or 8 counties where hundreds and hundreds of tags were coming out of same house. They were getting tag after tag after tag after tag, which it's not illegal to go buy a tag. If it's not illegal to buy a tag, then anybody can buy a tag at that address. And there is no checks and balances at the tag office to make sure that you live where you say you live.
I know, and there should be.
Yes, that's the law we need to be working on. And I know that as a the tax guy in Madison County, he went forward and you got bills, and you would think the attorney general would have been involved in some of this because she hadn't mentioned it. I mean, it happened here in Mississippi, so she may not know about it. She's too busy worrying about national issues. Good morning, Jace Powell. How are things in Gledstadt? But I mean, the situation is, if somebody can buy 1,000 tags at one house, there's got to be an issue there. That doesn't make sense.
It's kind of like they have one address and one person maybe is the one legal person there, and the other 1,000 are not.
But the other tags, those tags were going on the back of cars that were used for trafficking drugs.
Okay.
That's how they found it. And they found out that many people that were getting arrested
lived at this one location.
At one location. So, and that was in Madison County and in Tate County and Montgomery County. It's kind of crazy. We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Don McKenzie, brought to you by the Pierce Professional Agency, right here on WYAB. We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Don McKenzie, brought to you by the Pierce Professional Agency, right here.
1039 WYAB.
Have you thought about the cost of long-term care? In Mississippi, a home health aide can cost over $57,000 a year, and a private nursing home room exceed $109,000 annually. Hi, my name is Cressley Pierce at Pierce Professional Agency. Long-term care insurance may help protect your savings and give you more options and peace of mind as you age. Learn how planning ahead could save you money and stress. Find me, Cressley Pierce, online today at MadisonPlans.com. That's MadisonPlans.com.
Hello, friends and neighbors. This is David Frederick. I'm here to tell you about the latest development here at Frederick Sales and Service in Brandon. In an effort to always bring you the very best brands, I am proud to announce that Frederick Sales and Service is Central Mississippi's newest dealer for Skag zero-turn mowers and products. We have deals on one of the industry's best brands of zero-turn mowers, Skag. You can buy now and pay later because 0% financing is also available at Frederick's. Come see our inventory. We're here serving you for over 3 decades in Brandon since 1993.
When you want your pine trees to grow a little happier and a lot healthier, call on Holcomb Aerial Service. When your crops need dusting, think Holcomb Aerial Service. From the farm to your own pine forest, Holcomb Aerial Service will stimulate growth, eradicate pests, and preserve the value of your crops. Call Holcomb Aerial Service at 601-668-6200. That's 601-668-6200.
CBS News Brief. More than 3 days since she was reported missing from her home in Tucson, and there's still no sign of Savannah Guthrie's 84-year-old mother, Nancy. CBS's Jared Hill.
An apparent ransom note sent to a local TV station is now a part of the investigation. In it, specific details about the 84-year-old's home and what she was wearing the night she went missing.
The partial government shutdown's over, but a showdown still looms over Homeland Security funding and Democrats' demands.
Including mandatory body cams on all immigration officers, a removal of masks.
CBS's Torian Small. After his name appeared in newly released free Epstein files, Bill Gates is on the defense.
I was only at dinners. I never went to the island. I never met any women.
The Microsoft founder says he regrets every single minute spent with the convicted sex offender. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Pure Air Consultants offers services on your heating and cooling system. It's time to get your heating system serviced. We offer replacement, service, maintenance agreements. It's important because if you have a gas heating system, it can produce carbon monoxide. So you want to make sure you have your system serviced and cleaned to protect your family. You want to make sure your system is safe to run. You can find us at our website at mypureairconsultants.com, mypureairconsultants.com.
Tools, paint, mowers, equipment parts, service, and rentals are all under one roof at Hometown Hardware in Flora. Hometown Hardware has what you need and professional staff to steer you in the right direction. Hometown Hardware carries top brands like Hustler, Steel, and Milwaukee. Hometown Hardware even has a full lumber yard, paint matching, pool water testing, propane filling, key cutting, and much more. Hometown Hardware, Highway 49 in Flora.
Need to ship something fast, print something now, or wrap the perfect gift? Head to the Mailroom Gluckstadt, your one-stop shop for all major shipping carriers. We pack and ship with care, offer private mailbox rentals, copy services, create and print banners, print your photos, lamination, binding, and secure document shredding. We always have a notary available, and we do gift wrapping too. Head to the Mailroom Gluckstadt across from Callaway's or online at mailroomgluckstadt.com. Stop in today and get it all done in one place.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the Chip Matthews Show. I, of course, am Chip Matthews. She, of course, is Dawn McKenzie, my sidekick, my shadow.
Aren't you lucky? You're so lucky. I
My
keep you
driver.
in line all day long.
My driver.
Mhm.
She drove to Clinton yesterday for absolutely nothing.
We drove to Gluckstadt yesterday for absolutely nothing.
Yeah. I mean, but
we
that's
learned
that.
a lot.
Oh, well, but that's that. 6:38 in the morning. Boy, that was a gully washer of some rain last night. You were probably asleep.
I was.
This was like while the restaurant was packed.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? And Tuesday night, we're full. I mean, party of 12, party of 11, party of 10. Party
That's
of 2,
awesome.
Party of 1.
We're
party of 2.
growing so fast.
And we haven't really got into advertising it yet. And I can't wait. And then when the sun comes out,
Mhm.
it's going to be crazy. Then when we start doing breakfast real soon.
And lunch.
Mhm. But I just sit there and I look at the view. And that's the only reason why we have to open is I want to share
the beautiful view. Yeah.
You, of course, are asleep during all of that.
I'm not, but I'm so grateful. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's coming out and giving us a try and giving us good reviews and everything. You're not unnoticed, and we appreciate you.
Okay, now let's go back to this government shutdown.
Okay.
So one of the things they want are body cams on all the ICE agents.
Mhm.
I have a compromise for them. I can solve their problem.
You can.
I want body cams on all senators and House members when they're when they're walking around in white. They got to keep if you're on the clock, you got to wear a body cam.
There you go.
How about that? How about that? Wouldn't that be interesting?
Mhm.
Then we'd see where you go, and you say, "Well, Epstein's Island, yeah,
Yeah.
we would have known you went,
Yep.
right?"
Wouldn't be no. I didn't go. I only went to dinners.
And Bill Gates is going, "I've created so many. I created Microsoft." No, he stole Microsoft, if I recall.
Yeah.
He took an operating system that somebody else had and said, I could do this, and we could sell operating systems.
Mhm.
And that's what he did. That's why he can't fix his problem.
Yeah.
Because if he had
Because
invented,
he don't have the origin.
well, if he had invented it, then
Mhm.
he could have deleted where all he's been.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be tracked. He wouldn't know where he was. But he didn't do that. He left it all out there in the public. So be careful what you steal. You may not be able to repeat it. That's technology stolen. I mean, the only people that I know that actually know how to steal something and keep it is the Chinese.
Yeah, they're good at that.
They're good at stealing. And not the people, the country.
Mhm.
Okay, I want to make sure.
There's been a lot of things in the news this week about immigration and how immigration is our new war.
Have you just now cut on the TV? Where have you been for the last?
Well, Chip, you have
4.5
been
years?
talking all day Monday, all day Tuesday. You talk, and I just have to listen. But I have an opportunity here.
Okay.
So what do you think about that?
What I think about? Yes, we've been just to let you know, we've been talking about immigration.
I know, but we're not. I mean, like China sends their people over here to be born, to be citizens,
Right.
and then they stay here and they get into our politics.
Well, starting in
like
the 70s.
Somalias, and then the guy from Cuba
Are you
sent
gonna let
all
me
those
speak
people.
now?
No, because the guy from Cuba put all his criminals on a boat and sent them to Miami, to infiltrate our country.
Right.
Mexico wants Texas, Oklahoma, California. They can have California. In Wyoming, they want all their land back.
Well, if we had
the Indians are marching on that movie stars' properties.
Well, if Fidel didn't send them over,
Mhm.
we would never have the line, "Say hello to my little friend." We'd never have that.
Yeah.
Scarface.
Uh-huh.
We would never have that. There's a lot of things that happen because of immigration.
I know, but that's our new war.
But there's two things. There's immigration and there's migration.
Mhm.
Migration is good. That's where people migrate to live in a better area.
Uh-huh.
And in order to migrate, you have to do it legally. Opening the borders and letting the people just move in here
Yep.
is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it is stupid. This is America. They come here, they don't speak English. And you go, well, Chip, that's just wrong for you. These people, they need to be all this help, and they're coming to America. No, the rules are we got to break it up at the door. Go back to the basic rules. America, we speak English. We go to school, we speak English. Well, what do we do about all these people that have come into the country illegally? There you go. That word illegally. If they have broken the law and they're 1 year old,
they're already a criminal.
They're already a criminal. They've already broken the law.
Mm-hmm.
The law should not have age requirements on it. You break the law, you break the law. So you take the 1 year old and you try him as an adult.
Okay.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
It's the truth. Really, what do you do? They get on that 5-year-old. The guy had the 5-year-old and they picked him up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they say, what are they doing with the 5-year-old? Well, they just arrested the daddy. What do you do with the 5-year-old? Leave him there? Say, hey, we'll see you later. Good morning, YEB.
What's going on this morning, Chip? It's Chris.
Hey, tell me.
Hey, they talking about that. They keep lying and lying. They're bringing them over here to vote. They promised them all the free stuff with the welfare and stuff. And now the majority of the country is all in for voter ID with a picture on it.
Well, yeah. And the bad thing about the voter ID is in Mississippi, we will let you go vote without your ID. And then you can come back. Your vote allegedly does not count for 10 days afterwards. This was a loophole that Delbert put into the law that seemed like it made sense at first for the first 2 years. But now that should have sunset out of there. Because
I should be able to come over y'all's fine eating restaurants and say, well, I ain't got my ID. Go ahead and serve me up here, and I'll come back in a couple of days and show you my ID.
Let me tell you something.
That ain't happening.
That ain't happening. And bring some of them dead presidents when you come.
Right. I mean, how hard? I mean, I don't. 10 days later, I ain't got time to go vote. Run down and vote for them. Tell me this is your name, and I'll go back and show them my ID.
Well, that's what they do. And then when you have those 10 extra days, that's when all the fraud and abuse can occur in the election. Election day's got to end on election day, that night. And you should tell everybody you can't go home until you counted all the votes. Because
we ain't got enough votes. We'll slide these in right there at the end. Shut the door. Let's slide these in when we get our candidate in.
Yeah, and they'll say, we're waiting on the mail-in ballots to come in by such and such time. If it's not in on election day by 5 o'clock, it don't count. Or by 7 o'clock. If your vote's not in by 7 p.m. on election day, it should not count. That's just the facts. I mean, that's the rules that they use at the utility company, right? You don't pay on time, we cut your electricity off unless you're in Jackson and you're getting water.
Yeah. But we are hosting.
Go ahead.
I'm all for helping somebody, but what kills me is these people come over here and all of a sudden they deserve the same rights that I've worked all my life to have.
Yeah,
that I'm probably not going to get.
And seeing the problem is,
because I'm like single, they're going to say, "Well, you live off $1,000 a month." What's a minute?
Well, then when they go into these offices and they're speaking something other than English and they don't have anybody hired there that speaks Spanish, what do you do then?
Well, like school teachers, they talking about, they come in there and they half the class can't even speak. And there we are giving them a free education that we're supposed to dumb down them. They need to learn to speak English.
And so then we have to come up with some people in another program to put people in place. And then, of course, that special program that we put together, the government will fund and blah, 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 blah.
Some of our schools have 30 different languages that are spoken.
Then we got to set them up $150,000 a year job. The teachers don't get nothing.
Right. I mean, this.
Hey, I'm going to jump off here, man. I'm trying to get in this traffic.
Okay.
Have a blessed and safe one.
Be careful.
Thanks.
But I mean, that is the problem with life here.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot, when you open the door to let one little thing get through, it opens the multitude of doors. It's just like, for instance, school choice, where they wanted to allow the athlete to transfer to another school, but he has to sit out a year. You can't do that and then offer NIL money. it just piles on. And then we're going to have an administrator. We'll have to have a agent contract inside the school. And if a kid goes to one school on an NIL deal and then tries to transfer from that high school back to his original high school, does he have to give the money back? Do they have to buy out his contract from the other school?
It's so unnecessary.
It's all unnecessary. It's all y'all need to just look at everything and go, it should be real simple. You live in this neighborhood, you go to this school.
That's right.
If you want to go to another school, you pony up the money and go to another school. If we're going to have education freedom and school choice, then you let the parent decide where their money is going. If that kid is going to go to Jackson Prep, and the state offers $7,000, you give that money to this kid to go to Jackson Prep, and that $7,000 plus the $1 billion to go with it, where you can go to Jackson Prep, is what you put with it.
Yeah. But it all boils down to the integrity of our elections. And that's the reason we're having this meeting at Beethoven's February 19th at 11 o'clock. We encourage everyone that can come and listen to our speaker
and
to learn how
elections should work,
right?
And the integrity. And then, of course, coming up, the Madison County Republican Party at our location will once again be teaching poll watching to Republicans, because they're allegedly, the party's getting off their butt, and they're going to make sure they have enough Republicans in Madison County to go work at the polls. But that's going to take somebody making sure that the supervisors and the election commissions put those people in place in District 4 and 5. Those are the two districts where you can go into a polling place and there ain't no Republicans in there other than you walking in the door and asking. So we got to fix all that. We'll be back with more on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie right here on WYAB. So we got to fix all that. We'll be back with more on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie right here.
1039 WYAB.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Serpent Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
Looking to make technology work for your business instead of the other way around? Visit brentech.ms today. From reliable network infrastructure and wireless internet to cloud or on-premise backups, Brentech has solutions that keep your business connected, secure, and running smoothly. Don't let tech headaches slow you down. Discover how Brentech can simplify and elevate your business at brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. Brentech, technology made easy.
Get ready, Louisiana! Johnny's Pizza House is turning the heat with our sweet the swamp pizza. Packed with crawfish, shrimp, a taste of crab, andouille sausage, bell peppers, onions, jalapenos, and a blend of Cajun spices, all smothered in delicious mozzarella cheese. It's the perfect bite of the bayou and the perfect meal for any Cajun crave. Try our Cajun flip or dive into a sweet the swamp pizza bowl. A taste of Louisiana flavor is waiting on you. Let's share a slice today at Johnny's Pizza House.
If you want the best health care, where do you go? The Mayo Clinic. If you want the best care for your vehicle, where do you go? Mayo Auto Clinic in Raymond. Mayo Auto Clinic does foreign and domestic vehicles and diesel repair. Mayo Auto Clinic has ASE certified techs with over 25 years of experience. You can extend the life of your car or truck when you take it to Mayo Auto Clinic. For cost-effective repairs and maintenance, go to the best, Mayo Auto Clinic. Open weekdays at 7 a.m. Highway 18 in Raymond.
It can be hard to move past the guilt, times of weakness, and regret, knowing you weren't there for your family when they needed you the most. But there is life after addiction. We're seeing broken families restored, one man at a time, through our vehicle, cash, and thrift store donations. It's given Mercy House Adult and Teen Challenge the ability to help these men succeed in having better lives. Donate a vehicle, running or not, and we'll come pick it up. Call today, 601-572-7296, or visit us at vehicledonationsms.com.
Hi, this is Mary Beth Hardy, owner of Flora Pharmacy. Flora Pharmacy is proud to be locally owned and operated. We believe in the power of community and personalized care. At Flora Pharmacy, we treat you like family. And for your convenience, we offer curbside service and prescription home delivery. Just pull up and we'll bring your prescriptions right to you. Can't make it to our store? Flora Pharmacy will drive it to your doorstep. Come see the best pharmacy in town today at Flora Pharmacy, where care meets convenience. Highway 49 in Flora.
Broad Street, King Case, past that place. Broad Street, King Case, tastes so great. From Jackson Town to every state, bestkingcake.com, don't wait. Lines out the doorway, laughter in the air, hidden little baby waiting in there somewhere. From now till Mardi Gras, you know where to be. Or click that link and make your kitchen Bourbon Street. Broad Street, King Case, past that place. Broad Street, King Case, tastes so great. From Jackson Town to every state, bestkingcake.com, don't wait. From the garden, from the garden.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the Chip Matthews Show. Coming up at 7:07, the one, the only, the Clay Edwards Show right here on WYAB. Then, of course, at lunchtime, right before at 10 o'clock, 10 to noon, which is really nap time for me. I need a nap at 10. But anyway, I can't go to sleep if I cut on the radio. Because
Generally, you do that while you're driving back to the restaurant.
Yes, I do. I get like 10 minutes of sleep while I'm driving back in the limo. Unfortunately, I'm the driver. But the Andrew Gosser show, he covers everything that
He
you need
really
to cover.
does. I enjoy listening to his show.
Then coming your way at noon today, it'll be interesting to see what she has to say about the defeat of school choice.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
So,
And then, of course, at 4 o'clock this afternoon, the one, the only Radio Strong Baton.
Kim Wade.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So, who do we have playing this weekend? Did we say?
At
Beethoven's Boardwalk.
Boardwalk.
Starting Friday night at 6 o'clock.
It's our news director here at the radio station,
Chris Davis.
Chris Davis. You said his name right.
I
for a
did.
change.
I wrote it in big, huge, bold letters.
But it's also the evening of our Mardi Gras party.
Yes.
Where Good Hope will be playing.
Right.
And people are coming dressed in their Mardi Gras outfits.
And it will be outside on the deck, and we have it all fixed so where it's warm and there's no wind going to be in there.
So
we've got heaters.
So I'm going to get on the balcony right there where you go toward the restrooms, and I'm going to be throwing beads.
Okay.
Okay, you know what you got to do to get the beads. Oh, yeah. It'll be Bourbon Street throughout the building. So,
Yep.
oh, yeah.
No.
Well, it's a Mardi Gras party.
Yeah, I understand.
Hey, throw me something.
And then who plays Saturday night? Silk and
Steel.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun.
So we'll have a lively, beautiful, entertaining weekend. Weather's supposed to be good, too.
And then, of course, tomorrow is we have Grip and Grin today. Tomorrow at 3 is the ribbon cutting with the Madison County Chamber at the Beethoven's Boardwalk.
And we invite everyone to come and attend.
And look.
The more the merrier.
You would think the supervisors would have had a big to-deal, an announcement that restaurants coming to Madison County and the reservoir and all of this wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
People are investing money in Ridgeland and Madison County.
I wonder if Mayor Jean's coming tomorrow.
It's a good question.
You're invited. We'd love to have you.
I'm invited?
No, Mayor Jean's invited.
Mayor Jean's invited.
Yeah.
Well, we're out there collecting his 1%. I mean, we're bringing in more money to put into the
Park.
park.
Yeah.
Pennies for the park.
Yep.
So every time you look at your sales tax, doesn't matter if you're at Wendy's or you're at Beethoven's or McDonald's,
Yes.
you're paying the 1% for the park.
He getting his penny.
He'd get his penny for the park. And then of course, that's the thing. When are we going to become conservative? Everybody piles on a tax. When they want something, they pile on a tax.
Yeah.
And then they're talking about, we don't have enough money. If we were to pass this thing where the sheriff department is going to give out speeding tickets, how long before the sheriff department has to make an economic decision for the court system to not write those tickets to people with certain tags or going so fast because they won't show up for court and they just bog down the court system? That's what goes on. You have people that pay and people that don't pay. And then they start, like in Hinds County at one time, they targeted cars from Madison County and Rankin County. I understand, allegedly, this occurred because they wouldn't bog down the system, and more than likely they would pay their ticket without having to come to traffic court. That is something that a lot of people don't understand. There's an economic reason for why some tickets don't get written. Because it actually bogs down the system, and it's an unspoken rule, but it's something that has to be addressed.
Yeah.
Legislator, get off your butts and do something this week. Tomorrow is Thursday, and y'all be through by noon, and you'll say you'll be there Friday, but Thursday night's lobby night. People will go out and spend some money. Y'all come spend it at my restaurant. Say at Dawn's restaurant.
Our restaurant.
Our restaurant. Say goodbye, Dawn.
Goodbye, Dawn.
See y'all tomorrow, 6 a.m. Clay's next.